Hello everybody and welcome to phonics revision session for Monday the 4th of May. In this session we will be revising the sounds that we know and that we have looked at so far this year. Children will need some paper, whiteboard or their learning book, something to write with, so a pencil pen or whiteboard pen, and it would be useful for them to have some individual letter and trigraph flashcards or some magnetic letters if you have them available. We're going to begin by thinking about some sight words. As you can see, there are a lot more sight words here today. That's because we've done so well this year and we've learnt so many words to read by sight. Before we think about our quick recognition game, let's quickly look at each of these words together. 2. They. Have. Were. I. He. Was. The. You. A. My. She. Said. What? No. Well done if you were able to read those words with me. We looked at 2, they, have, were, I, he, was, the, you, a, my, she, said, what, no. These are all words that we've looked at before over the last month, but sometimes when there are lots of them in one place, it can be difficult to find the word we need. So don't worry if you're finding the recognition game a little bit more difficult today. The first word I'd like you to try to find is 2. 2. Well done if you were able to find 2 in the top left-hand corner. The. Yes, there's the, right in the middle. She. Well done if you were able to find the word she. You. Brilliant, there's the word you. I. Yes, there's the word I. What. Fantastic. Well done if you were able to find the word what. A. Yes, there's the single letter A for the word a. And finally for today, can you please find the word my? My. Yes, there's the word my. Well done. Now let's think about our sounds. I'm not going to show you all of the sounds today, so you have to really pay attention to see which sounds I pick. I think it could be you first and then me. Off we go. S. A. T. I. N. K. K. A. L. S. Qu. W. Z. And now let's think about some of our digraphs and trigraphs. I'm going to do the same thing this time, so I'm not going to choose all of them, so really focus and see which ones I'm going to pick. Ch. Ng. A. Oo. Ah. Oi. Well done. Great work if you're able to keep up with me with those sounds today. Let's do some sentence reading. Can you see any of our sight words here? Well done if you were able to find the word what at the beginning of the sentence. Let's now see if we can segment and blend the rest of the words so that we can read the sentence together. What is. What is f or for? What is for lunch? What is for lunch? How about this sentence? Does it have any of our sight words in it? Well done if you were able to find the words she, a, and go. So already we know half the words in this sentence. We know she, a, and go. Let's see if we can segment and blend the rest and then read the sentence together. She did. She did not. She did not get. She did not get a. She did not get a go. She did not get a go. Fantastic reading today, everybody. Now let's try to do some word writing. I'm going to show you some pictures on the screen, and I want you to tell me if you can tell me what the word is. What do you think this could be? There are a sandwich, an apple, a flask. It's quite difficult. Maybe some of you have been on one of these before. You might have had to pack your hamper and take your food out so that you could have a picnic. How about this picture? What do you think this is a picture of? Well done if you said farm. There's a farm there. This is the symbol that we use in our visual timetable at school. What does it stand for? That's right, it's our symbol for lunch. How about this? What can you see here? That's right, there's a carrot, some meat, some cheese. I agree with you that this must be food. How about this? Yes, there's a fork. And finally, that's right, there's some milk. So the first thing we're going to do today is try writing these words. We've got picnic, farm, lunch, food, fork, and milk. We have picnic. Can you start by trying that one? Remember, adults, we've said previously that if there's a longer word with multiple syllables, sometimes it can be easier to break it down into its parts. So here we might think about pick and then nick. Picnic. It has 6 letters. Can you write it in your book or on your board? Let's see how you did. Picnic. P-I-C-N-I-C. Picnic. I think the difficult part of that word was knowing whether to use a C, a K, or a CK digraph. The sound button showed me that it was just going to be one letter for each of the sounds, so I knew it had to be a C or a K. Well done if you picked C's. Picnic. The next picture was a farm. Farm. I can see that there's a line there, so there's going to be a digraph or a trigraph, and when I sound it out, I can hear that R digraph that we've looked at before. Can you write down the word farm? F-A-R-M, farm. Well done if you were able to write that word down. Remember, adults, at any point during writing these words, you might want to pause the video to give your child a little bit more time. Lunch. Lunch. It has 3 sound buttons and a sound line, and I could hear that digraph ch when I was sounding it out. Lunch. So I think this word is going to have 5 letters. Can you try to write it down? Well done if you use the letters L-U-N-C-H. Lunch. We said that the next word was food. F-oo-d. Food. There's another line there for a digraph or a trigraph, and I heard the oo sound when I was sounding it out. So I think this word is going to have 4 letters. F-oo-d. Food. Well done if you use the letters F, O, O and D. Food. The next picture was a fork. F-or-k. Fork. I can hear that or digraph to go on that line in the middle. F-or-k. and then I'm going to think carefully about the letter I use to make the k sound at the end. Fork. F-O-R-K, fork. And finally, our last picture was milk. M-I-U-K, milk. Can you try to write the word milk? Well done if you use the letters M, I, L and K, milk. If you weren't able to write all of those words down, perhaps you can do it now. You could use the words that I've put on the screen to help you. You should then have picnic, farm, lunch, food, fork and milk. We're going to use these words for some sentence writing. I'm going to show you a sentence, but unfortunately it's been jumbled up. That means that the words are not going to be in the correct order. Your job is going to be to work out what the sentence is and to put the words in the right place. So I'm going to show you the words and you can copy them down, but you need to write them so that they make a correct sentence. Let's see what words I've got. I, the, farm, a, had, at, picnic, and then there's a full stop. This is quite tricky, so you might need to pause the video. Adults, you could encourage your child to write each word onto a different piece of paper and then to reorder them to try to find the correct sentence. If they're struggling, you could write the words for them. To help us out, guys, remember that that full stop is going to come at the end of the sentence and that we look for a word with a capital letter at the beginning, and there's only one word here that has a capital letter, so I think that could give you a clue of where to start. Pause the video and have a go, and when you're ready to look at this together, press play. Fab! What sentences did you come up with at home? I bet there were some good ideas. Hopefully now you've got a sentence written out in front of you. The sentence I was looking for started with the word I. That was the only word that had a capital letter. My next word was had, a, picnic, at, the, farm. And there was my full stop at the end. I had a picnic at the farm. Were you able to find that sentence at home? Well done if you were. This time we're going to use another of the words that we thought about earlier, but I'm going to give you the whole sentence. It hasn't been jumbled up in the same way. The sentence is, he needs a fork for his food. He needs a fork for his food. We thought about the words fork and food, so you should already have them written down. Can you place them into this sentence? Adults, you might want to draw the sound buttons, the sound lines and the sound ovals for your child. He needs a fork for his food. Pause the video and when you're ready to see if you were correct, press play and we'll look at it together. He. There's a capital letter because it's the start of a sentence, and we know that our sight word he is spelt using a H and an E. He. Needs. N-E-E-D-S. Needs. A. Another of the sight words that we should be confident with by now. Fork. F-O-R-K. Fork. For. F-O-R. For. His. H-I-S. His. And finally, food. F-O-O-D. Food. He needs a fork for his food. I have a capital letter at the start of the sentence, but I think there's something missing. That's right, it doesn't have any end punctuation. I need to use a full stop. He needs a fork for his food. Fantastic. Well done if you're able to write that sentence today. How do you feel about your learning? Show me a thumbs up if you're feeling confident. A thumb in the middle if you think it's tricky, but you know what you need to do to improve. Or a thumbs down if you think you need a bit more help with these writing exercises. Hope you all enjoyed your learning today. Have a brilliant day and I'll speak to you soon.